Welcome back to another episode. Today we do have some amazing news for the semiconductor market after hours. We can see big company TSM is up over 5% today. Main reason, Berkshire Hathaway's disclosed that they opened up a $4 billion stake in Taiwan Semiconductor. So in today's episode, I just want to share my overall thoughts on this and why I believe this is actually super bullish, not just for TSM, but for the overall semiconductor market. So let's get started.
I do want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out fool.com/Jose to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now.
So let's start off. If you go to the SEC website and find the 13F report for Berkshire Hathaway's, you can confirm that yes, they have purchased a nice position in TSM. If we take a closer look at Well Wisdom, they already updated the kind of feed, including the new 13F report from Berkshire, and we can see that TSM is now roughly 1.4% of the total portfolio for Berkshire, and this would actually be the number 10 position size. Obviously, the main reason the stock price is up is because Warren Buffett is behind Berkshire Hathaway's. I would most likely have to say most likely his team kind of came up with this decision, but at the end of the day, I do believe it's super bullish for the overall semiconductor industry. And as you guys know, I'm super invested in that market, so this actually excites me a lot. So for those that are not familiar with TSMC, this is the manufacturer of the semiconductor industry. Numerous kind of semiconductor companies don't manufacture their own chips. They pretty much just design it. Some perfect examples would be AMD, Nvidia. They design their chips and then they go to, hey, TSMC, would you mind making these chips for us with this design? And TSMC would say, hey, yep, just give me a lot of money in return. This image from TrendForce actually shows the strength of TSMC. On April 2022, for the overall market share of 2021 to 2022, TSMC had roughly 53% of the market share, opposed to its second biggest competitor, which is Samsung, with only 18%. So obviously, we can see the Berkshire team is looking for the number one position here in the semiconductor market. Earlier, I mentioned that I believe this is big for the semiconductor space, and let me explain why. But first, if you are enjoying the episode, make sure to hit the thumbs up as it does help me grow my overall audience. If you want to support a little bit more, make sure to subscribe using my link at fool.com/Jose. Also, if you are here, you're most likely a semiconductor investor, and I am creating the number one upcoming semiconductor investing podcast. Episode 2 is out, and make sure to click the link is right above. And here we take a quick look at this article from Tom's Hardware. They do have the top TSMC customers as of December 2021. These numbers are based on estimations from Bloomberg and DigiTimes. And obviously in the past few months, this has probably changed. Some have gone up, some have gone down, but it kind of just gives us an overall understanding of who are some of their top players. Apple roughly made up 25% of total revenue for the overall segment. MediaTek was 5.8. AMD, one of my favorite semiconductors, was 4.3. Qualcomm was 3.9. Broadcom was 3.7, Nvidia was 2.8. So I keep saying, this is bullish for the overall semiconductor market. And the reason being is Berkshire Hathaway's invested in TSMC for one reason. They believe that it's a great investment. The way for it to be a great investment would be if its overall revenue continues to grow, if its overall solutions continues to grow. If TSMC's revenue continues to grow, it most likely means that their customers are ordering more products. If their customers are ordering more products, it means that there's still huge demand for their solutions. And here we can see some of the big players, like I mentioned above, were Apple, AMD, Qualcomm, Broadcom, Nvidia. And most likely Berkshire Hathaway believes that either these customers or some other customers are going to increase the amount of revenue that TSMC collects because they are going to increase their orders. I do believe right now we are sitting at a very scary time here for the semiconductor industry. We can see TSM is down roughly 43.5%. Right now it seems like it's game over for the semiconductor industry when we are seeing a lot of kind of inventory correction, but there are a lot of numerous tailwinds that we have discussed in this show, in this channel, and in my podcast, where we kind of talk about artificial intelligence, data center, machine learning, embedded programs, the gaming market, the consumer market. Even though the consumer space at the moment is seeing numerous headwinds, in the long term of things, there's still huge potential here. So for TSM to do well and to become a great investment, obviously it means that the consumer market has to return, that the data center market has to remain strong. So overall, in my opinion, when I see this investment from Berkshire in TSM, it kind of gives me a little bullish thesis that the semiconductor market is also expecting to see a nice growth in the upcoming years. So let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Are you happy that Berkshire Hathaway's purchased TSMC? agree? Do you believe they're over their heads with this kind of crazy tech? Let me know in the comments below. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.